All right, guys, we're back in my garage, and today we are going to talk about this news about BMW having paid subscription services for options inside the car. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen it by now. There have been several news articles and just posts all over the internet about it. But I do feel like I have a little bit of a unique perspective. Of course, I own a BMW. I bought this car brand new, so I kind of know how that buying process works and how all the options are built into things currently, as well as I was an automotive engineer for the better part of a decade, so I can appreciate things that are being done at the OEM level that I feel like make it better from an engineering standpoint and for the customer, which in this case, I definitely think it's pretty much the best thing for everybody. So in this video, I'm gonna kind of share my thoughts on that. I know I kind of posted about it on Instagram when I first saw the news, and then I explained it in my Instagram story, but I just felt like it would be easier to put it in YouTube format as well. So let me know what you guys think. We can keep the conversation going down in the comments, and yeah, let's hop right into it. So the first thing that I want to do is kind of baseline what actually happened and what we know right now. So BMW has offered connected drive services for a pretty long time now. For those of you that don't know, connected drive is just the name that they gave to all of their advanced technology inside of the car. So majority of it is built into iDrive, and you'll have a couple different apps. My car actually got a free trial with it when I bought the car. So it had things like weather and Yelp, traffic information, all of that I could find through the iDrive without having to connect my phone or anything like that. It was just pulling that data from the car's radio. Now, after 3 years, I didn't pay for it and my free subscription ended, so the apps went away. But if I wanted to keep that going, I could pay every month to have those features still enabled on my car. So this is something, like I said, has been available for a lot of different things. But what happened is a BMW owner basically went into their iDrive or went into their BMW account on the website, and they saw a new option for a subscription feature for heated seats. So they screenshotted it, it made its way onto the internet, and everybody just took that and ran with it and said like, oh, BMW is going to start charging a fee for you to use the heated seats in your car. Now, I waited a little while to make this video because I felt like I wanted to do as much research as possible. And for sure, more developed pretty quickly. BMW responded with a lot of information. So the first thing that they mentioned is that they are not planning on using this subscription service for heated seats in the United States. And that's because over here, BMW is looked at as a very premium luxury brand. In other countries, they sell much cheaper, lower optioned models. These entry-level models that barely make, over 100 horsepower and stuff. So it's more common for people to option different things like heated seats or not. It's more split. Whereas in the US, pretty much everybody buys heated seats because that's expected with a luxury vehicle. So they said it's probably not going to happen for heated seats, which kind of chopped that off right away. However, they did say eventually it'll probably come for other features like automatic cruise control, using the cameras for different features like using it as a dash cam and things like that. They also didn't deny that this is going to happen in other countries. What they did say is that what appeared seemed to be some kind of like glitch. Somebody basically put it on the website too soon, or something happened where it wasn't actually supposed to be seen. So I don't think it's actually actively running right now, but it was basically supposed to be there as a placeholder for when it does actually turn on. Now, from an engineering perspective, I feel like this is really good because the whole strategy from BMW is that every single car is going to come fully loaded for a given set of options. So things like heated seats, automatic climate control, cameras, and all of these different things will be on every single car. They'll just only charge you if you actually want to turn it on through this subscription service. This is great because anybody that has worked in engineering and automotive or pretty much any manufacturing knows this hits the top 3 priorities for you. The top 3 things you focus on are production, quality, and cost. So production means you need to be able to make as many vehicles as possible. Quality means, of course, you need to make them as high quality with as few defects as possible. And then for cost, you want to reduce how much it actually costs to build every vehicle. Now, what a lot of people don't know is that you're actually paying a lot more for different options on your car, even if you don't get the most expensive option, because just by adding a second or third choice adds a significant amount of complexity to the assembly process. So now you have twice as many tools that need to be made, twice as many options for how people can build the car. You need additional inspectors for people to be able to make sure that they're building it properly. So it just significantly and exponentially increased the cost. Now that process is going to be simplified, so they're going to have less options. The production process is going to go faster. They're going to need less capital and less real estate on the manufacturing floor for a given thing like heated seats. You won't have 2 or 3 different plugs and harnesses and all of these different things that come with these different options. They're all just going to be the same from here on out. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, this is still, just a cash grab. BMW is trying to get more money from the people that are buying the cars. But if you actually read how this works, you'll see that that's not actually the case either. So you're going to have a couple different subscription options for these parts that are in the connected drive services. You can either get a year subscription, a 3-year subscription, or a lifetime subscription. So yes, you can pay for a lifetime subscription and never have to pay for it again. You don't have to pay monthly or yearly. And if you look at something like heated seats, for example, in the United States, I just looked this up for like a 3 Series, and it's currently a $500 option. So if you put that on your 330i, M340, whatever, it's going to be an extra $500 to have heated seats in your car. With the subscription service, based on the way that it's set up right now, I've seen a couple different price breakdowns, but it looks like it ranges around $400 to $450 for the lifetime fee. So they are actually passing the cost savings down to the customer, which again is a win-win. Now, even if you don't necessarily want that feature, it's going to be in your car. So let's say you live in Florida or Arizona or somewhere where you might not want to use your heated seats. Typically, if you don't get heated seats, then when you try to go to sell it, you'll see a negative impact because you won't have as big of a market that's interested in your car because heated seats are such a popular option. Now you don't have to pay for it. You don't have to option it on your car. And when you go to sell it or, return it to the dealership, you're not going to get lowballed just because you didn't pick that option. It'll be the exact same on every car that's coming in, so it won't impact you at all. And then the last thing, or probably the elephant in the room that a lot of people aren't mentioning, is even if you don't get it on your car and pay the subscription service, somebody is going to be able to enable it through coding. I have so many options on my car that I didn't pay for or I deliberately didn't pick because I knew that in the aftermarket I would be able to upgrade it or install it for cheaper, if not for free. And for something like this on a BMW, I can guarantee you that apps are going to be able to plug into the OBD port, go find that checkbox in the computer, and just flip it from a 0 to a 1 to turn on that feature. So you're going to be able to get it for cheap, if not free, by using some of this software, and you can just go in and enable it whenever you want. So that means for people that are buying it new, if you don't get a free trial, you should still be able to enable it. And for people that are buying it used, if the previous owner didn't option it, you can still go and turn it on. Especially for people like me that like to tinker with their cars, that's something that you can easily do for very, very cheap. So that's kind of how I think about it. I know not everybody feels the same way, especially when you consider some cars from like Japanese and Korean markets pretty much come with heated seats for no additional cost. It's just a standard option. I definitely get that, but in the world of German cars where we're just comparing a flat rate cost at purchase to a subscription fee, I do think that this is the right direction to go. It's going to be cheaper to manufacture. The companies are actually passing the cost savings onto the customer. You're less likely to order a car and have a specific defect on it, like a missing option or something like that. And when you go to sell your car, you're not going to see any negatives from not picking specific options when you bought it. So it's just really nice to have, I think, all around. So yeah, again, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. We can keep the conversation going. That's it for this video, so thank you for watching. I hope this helps. And if you have any other questions or comments, leave them down below.